Hello, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for the originals, season 1, episode 12, Dance Back from the Grave. I'm your host, Dom, and with me I have my co-hosts, Mike and Omikins.
I broke her more than you. What the hell?
I was expecting it.
I didn't see it the first time.
Oh my god! You couldn't see it the first time. He just saw it by luck. That first one was better, I think. Because I it was just totally random. This one I overthought it. Sorry.
So, are you done shooting dirty looks at our viewers?
For now.
Okay.
It's out of love.
Yes. You missed it. I just shot a dirty look to our viewers. So, how are you guys tonight?
You didn't even introduce her.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did. I wasn't paying attention.
You're too busy thinking of Scoop Ski Potatoes.
Scoop, skip, potatoes. This crack on my phone is getting bigger.
Back on your what? Is getting bigger?
His ass.
Phone.
Yeah, okay.
Is that the Cheshire Cat?
Yes, hold on. That's my background. Let me get to a clean page. I'm not crazy. My reality is just different than yours. What? I like it.
So, how are you guys tonight?
Poppy.
Good. Just fine.
Mike is puppy, and you're good, fine.
Poppy. You want Kitty? I'll get the kitty. No, she's dead asleep. Never mind.
Your cat's dead?
No, she's asleep.
Oh.
She's tank cat mode with her head down like this on a wet towel, well, a damp towel over there.
So what'd you guys think of this episode as Umi chugs a bottle of Jack?
I liked it.
What is that really? Is that like apple juice?
It's iced tea.
It's iced tea.
Oh, it looks like Jack.
It does.
Anyway, what'd you guys think of this episode?
I liked it.
It's really good.
Yeah, it was keeping with the quality. Answered a question I had from the Vampire Diaries.
I'm actually very sad about one part.
What part?
That Papa Tunde didn't get to hang around any longer than he did.
Yeah, I was talking to Omi about that. He seemed amazing character depth for what seemed like a one-off
character.
A one-off character. I didn't want to say that, but you know what? He really was. It's like one episode done, gone. He was like a supernatural villain. But anyway, it answered a question I had in the Vampire Diaries, like, when does this 100th episode, we were asking, when does it take place in the timeline? And like the beginning of this, Marcel, like, oh, you're positively glowing. You should go to Mystic Falls more often. I'm like, that answers our question, hon.
Yeah, we kind of surmised during our Vampire Diaries podcast. We placed it, I think, between episode 7 and 8. I think was our guess. It was right around the time that Tyler disappeared from the show. Made the most sense to me. But apparently we were wrong. It takes place in real time.
So, with how quickly vampires can travel, especially originals. Yeah.
So I guess Elijah stayed behind, and Klaus and Rebecca went to Mystic Falls. So I guess Elijah was taking care of business in the meantime. But yeah, Papa Tunde was a great character.
A witch, a sacrificial witch.
Yeah, what were you guys like first impressions of him?
I liked him. I loved how he had this white suit and he was just like, I don't care about any shit you're gonna give me because I'm gonna give it right back. I am awesome.
Yeah.
A white suit. I almost wore a white suit to my prom.
I thought you were going to tell me you almost wore a white suit to the podcast. I would have been impressed.
I don't have a white suit. My suit's in my mom's house.
It's not white, so it doesn't matter.
No, it's got white pinstripes, but it's not white.
Bleach it.
You want me to wear my suit for the next podcast? I'll go home and get my suit.
Only if you bleach it.
Not bleaching it.
Then no.
I like the suit. You kidding me?
You could like it white, too.
Okay. I mean, it matches a tie my dad gave me. Hold on. I got the tie right here. See?
Yeah.
I like the tie. It's my tie.
Papa Tunde was... It's not a purple tie. Didn't he wear a purple tie?
No, it was blue, and that's over there. Yeah, I wore that for our wedding.
No, Papa Tunde's tie.
It was purple.
How
I
do
don't
you
know what
You're
color it
colorblind.
was. Exactly. Why are you asking me what color shit is?
Was it red or orange?
I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I noticed he was wearing a tie, but I had made no note of the color whatsoever.
Blue or purple?
I don't friggin' know. It could have been red or green or pink for all I noticed. I didn't notice.
Are you a dog? Do you see in black and white?
Dogs don't see in black and white.
I know, they see in pastels. Blah, 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 blah.
Not even pastels.
No, they have... Actually, I'm colorblind in the same way a dog is colorblind, whereas I see reduced red, they don't see it at all.
Alright, Dog Dean afternoon. But,
Thumbs up.
That would have been great if Dean went colorblind for that episode.
it would.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know. Papa Tunde was a very, very interesting character. I'm very disappointed that he... I don't know, he had, like, some awesome power. Like, he was knocking originals out. Like, he was sacrificing all these people. Like, he stood up. You know, we got to see a lot of the past and how he stood up to Klaus and Marcel way, way, way long ago. Or, I guess, Klaus and Elijah, like, a long time ago. It's just, there's a lot of character depth on this, and I agree. I'm kind of disappointed he's gone.
Yeah.
But, what else? We had, he absorbed Rebecca's power. He desiccated her right there on the spot.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of power is that he could desiccate an original like that?
It's not really desiccating, it's absorbing their powers. I mean, she is, I think they explained it, Elijah explained it, that it's fatal for any other being to have their power absorbed, or life force absorbed like he did to Rebecca, because she's an original, she's immortal, so it's like unlimited power source. So, I mean, it put her out, but she wasn't gonna die.
It's a rechargeable battery that recharges at the exact rate you drain it, so...
Yeah.
Well, it seemed to work just like the dagger. Because the
On
dagger
her,
desiccates them as well. So, desiccate for an original is not death, but it's basically stasis.
And that's pretty much what it did for her. And I'm guessing, like, Elijah said, if they would have done that to a normal vampire, it would have just outright killed them.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, it came really close to Marcel.
Really close.
Oh, yeah.
And Cammy put herself on the line for Marcel, which is...
I know. It was sweet.
Really interesting.
It was interesting, actually.
So,
It put a, one of those poetic stakes into Klaus's heart, like, oh, she chose him over me.
Yeah.
Oh.
You noticed that too, Klaus was not very happy with Marcel at all.
No.
Nope.
Yeah. I don't know. Marcel was very distraught this whole episode, though. Was there something else going on? Like, why is he this upset over Davina and not half his vampire crew that's been wiped out? He's known Davina for a few months. And some of these other vampires that he's been losing, he's known for centuries.
Davina was sweet. She's a... I don't know, she was... He had a crush on her, I think.
There was no crush. It was
like
a
big
brother,
little sister. Yeah,
a big brother, little sister thing, and she definitely, I don't know. She just the loss of her just like made him realize, loss is a big deal, even if you're a vampire, and it mattered with Davina.
I'm surprised Marcel didn't shut his emotions off.
I think he was pretty damn close to that.
He doesn't seem like the type of vampire who would just take the easy out like that, though.
I don't know. I mean, if any of the situations didn't arise like they did, I think at the rate he was going, he might have.
Maybe.
He was very Damon-esque this episode.
He was
very Damon-esque this episode, but again, he usually... I don't know, he doesn't strike me as that kind of person, vampire.
So, Why do you guys think the New Orleans vampires are so afraid to fight for their home?
I don't think it was. Uh, I don't know. I mean, the whole change between Marcel and Klaus whittled their respect in and the authority, and I mean, they just weren't motivated enough that they could care. They just lost all gumption.
Yeah,
Gumption.
even Marcel was like, I'm surprised as many stuck around as did. He said, I expected you to lose more.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, I guess it worked because, like Klaus said, he doesn't want the dead weight around, and if that's what they're gonna be, what's the point in having them there?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but my question to you guys is, with the French Quarter vampires divided, what does that mean now? Are we gonna have a vampire revolution?
They could just screw off and go their own separate ways. I mean, they're kind of free now. I mean, Klaus gave them that out. I mean, if you're not gonna stand with me, get the hell out. So basically, I mean, if they're gonna stick around in New Orleans, yeah, they're gonna have a little conflict. But a lot of them might just be like, I hate this city, I'm gone.
Yeah, but some of them may want to reclaim it, so to speak. Want to take it away from Klaus. And what if they align themselves with the witches?
That is a possibility. And, I mean, werewolves coming back into the game could happen as well. But, I mean, if they align themselves with the witches, they might have a better chance, but the series is called The Originals for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're all gonna die. No. They might.
Eventually.
Something that I thought was super interesting was they made a point to set this story up in this episode where we had Marcel revealing that he was the one that called Papa Tunde there.
Yes.
His reasons was Rebecca, and he said he'd do it again if he could. And they went out of their way to mention Mikealson, and the fact that Klaus is scared to death of him. They really set it up. Now, we know he's dead from the Vampire Diaries.
Mm-hmm.
But
we
Papa
also...
Tunde was also dead. So, now he came back. It seems like there might be some plan that the witches may have to bring Mikaelson back.
Now, did the witches know that bit of information, or just Marcel, Rebecca?
Marcel did, but we don't know who he told.
This is true.
And if right now Celeste would have probably known that from being with Elijah.
Yeah.
So... Also, I think their name is Mikaelson because like we're going back to ancient Norse. You know, I'll use Thor as an example in the movies. Thor, Odin's son. They call him that because he's the son of Odin. They call him Klaus and Elijah and Rebecca Mikaelson because they're the children of Michael. Mm-hmm. So Mikaelson is redundant. His name would actually be Michael, whatever the fuck his father's name was, son.
Okay.
Sure.
Sorry, it's just something that's irking me in the back of my head.
Okay, Mikaelson it is.
Ah! This itty-bitty tiny necklace sword that's not good for stabbing anything.
Umi's got a better sword.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're in the closet closer to me.
No. That one.
Can I go get it?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
Anyway.
So, Papa Tunde, he allowed himself to be sacrificed by Celeste to further empower the dagger. And the dagger was said to do things worse than death, even to an original. What do you think that means?
Shit if I know.
I have no idea. Maybe send their soul to hell? Make them
Separate their
endure.
soul.
Do
Yeah.
they have souls?
Question. Yes, they should. Considering all these vampires and supernatural beings passing through Bonnie, the anchor, to the other side, that's some kind of soul-y thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess.
So I'd say they have souls. Maybe it separates the soul from the body, forces the soul to go to hell, and I don't
And
know.
have
Worse
them
than
in-
death.
Have them endure hellish tortures or something.
Hallucinations.
Yeah.
If I could talk. Sound like the Putty Patrol.
Hallucinations.
Sound like the Putty Patrol from Power Rangers.
Like the priest from Princess Bride.
Yes.
I can't even. I can't even pretend to talk like him.
What?
Stop.
Yeah. So,
I
Papa,
hope we're fucking funny.
Papa Tunde.
Okay, I'll stop.
Papa Tunde was one of the 3 that were resurrected.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously resurrected for a reason. He completed his goal, his task, and is now gone.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the reason the other 2 were resurrected for?
Same reason.
Probably. They have a task.
Yeah, so Papa Tunde's was to gather all this power for this dagger.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the other 2 are? They're not all power for the dagger. The dagger's
Well-
completed. So, that's only one piece of the puzzle.
The one chick is named Bastiana, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's the most recent elder that got offed.
Yes.
So we don't really know much about her other than her name and that she was a recent elder. And the other lady that got resurrected, don't think we know much about her either. So I mean, we can't really speculate too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I know is they probably have tasks as well. They'll probably be eliminated fairly same fashion as Papa Tunde. But with Papa Tunde dead, now he was resurrected with the energy from the harvest ritual. With him dead, where does that energy go? Is it lost? Does it get returned to one of the girls for the harvest, or is it just floating around again?
He did sacrifice the rest of his power into the dagger. So I'm suspecting that whatever power was used to resurrect him and was given to him through the harvest reaping festival or ritual was put into the dagger.
I'm going to agree with you there 100%. Otherwise, the power would have just probably seeped back into the earth, as they put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could totally see that.
But no, in dagger.
In dagger.
In dagger, in Celeste's hands.
I don't know. I'm looking forward. I'm really hoping we see Mikael this season.
I like that actor.
Yeah.
Yes, the actor's great.
He's always been... someone made a goof that he's like discount Gordon Ramsay.
No, he played one of the angels in
Balthazar.
Balthazar in Supernatural. Yeah,
I loved that character.
it was a really good character.
He's the one who, in your favorite episode, threw them into the, alternate dimension.
Yep, he was also the one that was involved in my other favorite episode that season, which was
The raising of the Titanic.
Titanic, yeah.
Balthazar. He unsank the ship. I couldn't stand listening to that bloody song. What song? Exactly. Who's Celine Dion? Some washed-up boss singer in Toronto.
Yeah. So next week we have episode Unexpected Visitors. At the reopening of the St. Anne's Church, Father Karen finds himself in a great deal of trouble after running with a witch from his past. So this has got to be not the more recent witch, but the other one.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name off the top of my head. Marcel and Rebecca grow concerned when the reemergence of someone they once knew threatens to expose secrets they've kept buried for nearly a century. So that still sounds like that witch.
Ooh. Go on. Sorry.
Which, that could also be about Mikael.
Now, my question, here's my thing. Remember when Marcel and Rebecca are talking, and this is in the past, oh, you brought up Papa Tunde here, and I'll do it again. And then Rebecca says there's only one thing, fears, our father needs someone to attract him. And then they look over to that witch sitting there behind the table, and that witch smiles at them. Is that the second witch?
It might be.
I don't think so. Because that witch was like mid-20s, and that was in the 1950s. And Kieran is the witch would be old. When she was resurrected, she looked youngish.
You're right. I don't know. It was just a theory because that would make sense. That would be the somebody from Marcel and Rebecca's
I think the one, maybe the young one was Celeste.
No.
Because
Celeste was off screen when, in Sabine off screen when the three were walking through the cemetery gates.
No, I mean when they were younger, in the 1950s.
Celeste was dead.
No, she was
not
not.
Sabine in the 1950s. She said
no.
I was kind of under the impression anyway that Celeste had been jumping from body to body for a few years now. That's kind of the way that they gave the impression, because if you looked at the dates on the grave when they started going back to tell that story, I was under the impression those are all the bodies that she had traveled through time as.
Oh.
Maybe. Okay, I can see that.
I don't know. I don't know for sure. That's the impression I got anyway. I don't know if that's true or not. But, elsewhere, Sophie is shocked when a discovery is made at the cemetery, but she soon realizes things may not be as they seem. Shocking discovery at the cemetery. I don't know what that could possibly be.
Maybe she
discovers that those other witches got resurrected. I mean, she already realizes that it wasn't Davina and the other girls.
Right.
But what witches got resurrected?
Yeah. With the full moon looming, Haley lets Rebecca in on her plan to throw a party for her werewolf clan. But things take a dangerous turn when uninvited guests arrive, probably the witches, and possibly even the offshoot of the vampires. Meanwhile, Camille is conflicted when she makes a difficult decision involving the safety of Father Karen, and Elijah finds himself facing his own dilemma when he has to choose between Haley and his siblings. So, it looks like Haley's getting mixed up in werewolf drama. And Klaus is going to make her choose. That's my guess anyway. Finally, when one of his plans fails, Klaus takes drastic measures in the cauldron, resulting in dangerous repercussions that affect everyone involved. The cauldron was already wiped out, so I don't know what drastic measures. Maybe banishing all the werewolves or vampires that betrayed him in there. I don't know. Nothing.
I have no idea. I think this episode's the biggest mystery so far. I mean, you talk about all these things, and it's like I have no idea what could happen. Hopefully, it's something good.
Yeah. I don't know. So, Mike, where can the people find you?
They could find me on Twitter at Thilladren, Thilladren. And before I go, I just looked it up. That witch they looked at the table, that is Genevieve, one of the 3 people that Celeste resurrected.
Really?
Definitely. Yep.
Okay.
It was bugging me. I had to look it up.
Interesting.
All right. She just didn't seem that powerful to me, but whatever.
She's just somebody who has unfinished business with Marcel and Rebecca. That's all it says. She is said to have unfinished business with Rebecca and Marcel.
Maybe she's gonna res Mikael.
Yeah, along with Celeste, Papatunde, and Bastiana, she will presumably be a major antagonist in the originals. And the information from there is, yeah, nothing.
Yeah. Omikins, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
And you can find me on Twitter with this sleeping cat.
Oh my gosh, look at he's like, oh, I'm dead.
He's
I'm
so sleepy. Look at this.
Why am I... What is going on?
Totally
He closed his
sleeping.
eyes again. He's like, I'm fine. What the hell are you doing? My tail's going.
He doesn't care.
Josie.
You can find me on Twitter at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. And Jasper needs a Twitter. Oh.
I just woke up Josie. She looked at me like this.
Where you going, bud?
Hey, psst, psst, psst.
And you can find us all on ASOTV podcast and Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, and Gmail.
All those places.
Each and every single one of them. And
Coming soon, another place.
Shh. I'm double secreting. Shh.
We will have an announcement tomorrow night during our Vampire Diaries podcast. But until then, see you guys later.
Farewell.
Bye.
Just noticed 7 chat. Asking Mike what color something is like asking a deaf person if they heard that noise.
Listen. Do you smell something? What even was that? Did a race car come through your room? That's like Helen Keller calling shotgun.
Oh God. You guys are sad.
I know.
Oh.